Good morning, y'all. It's April 18th, day 19 on the PCT. Interesting night last night. The wind was just howling all night. Normally, I kind of like a little wind noise, but this was above and beyond. Luckily, I had some earplugs and muted it to a dull roar. Got started around 6 a.m. Probably should have been out earlier still. It's been nothing but snow and boot tracks all day. So let's see what the day brings. So you can see from the slide mark in the snow, someone took a fall here and had a nice tree to help them out. Looking like spikes and ice axe all day today, but we'll see. Yep, lots and lots of snow. Lost the track a couple times so far. Used the app to get back on course. Gonna be an interesting day. There's some cool trees in here. They don't tend to grow this big in New Mexico. Really like this one here, with the split 20 feet up. Finally made it here to Saddle Junction, but there were so many different boot prints going all over the place that it was tough to figure out which actual way to go, and the one I decided, of course, went straight up the hill. Man, that boot track coming out of the saddle was just pretty much straight up the hill, just crisscrossing the track, and finally found just 10 foot of dry trail right here, and someone that went the right way. Boot track is really hard to follow right now, but man, what did we do? Ooh, finally made it up that hill and back into where there's a good boot track, and while maybe not cruising along, it's certainly a lot easier. So I ended up being a weenie and not going over the top of San Jacinto. Feeling kind of weak today, and didn't want to deal with what's probably a lot of slushy snow and a bunch of elevation gain. By following the PCT, I mean if I can actually find it on this side. I'm pretty much staying at the same elevation or dropping elevation, so that's a plus. Oh my god, like 10 feet of trail here. So happy to see that. Yeah, especially coming down that hill up there, definitely axe and spikes. Ooh, sketchy. Now I'm not sure this was the best choice after all. This has a lot more sun than I was really thinking it would. Snow is getting real soft, and there is some sketchy shit here. Ooh, guess there's a campsite here somewhere. Oh, a little metal box over there. Maybe that's it. Alright, if you asked me what was the last thing I would expect to find up here, that's probably it. Time for a quick lunch break. I did about 8 miles in a little over 6 hours, which isn't great on dry terrain, but seems decent considering what I've been going through. Last little bit, it's still sketchy, but the boot track has been pretty nice to follow, and the no elevation gain, no steep descents. So had to make sure I took a wide step across that snow bridge, or that would have been unpleasant if it caved in. I really want to thank the first person that came through here, because this would be miserably slow without the boot track. Up until about 186, there hadn't been much exposure for a while, so I had switched back to 2 trekking poles. But definitely need the ice axe on this one. Snow is super soft and be easy to start sliding. A lot of today has just been in the woods, and
you can see
not
from
much
the
view.
map that the boot track
Plus,
right here
been
took
like
a
razor focused
decided
on where
shortcut.
I'm putting my feet, so I can't even look.
You know what they call a shortcut? It's actually short. They call it the way.
Yeah, that definitely would have been exciting to come down. Still not sure which way was better. I'm on Fuller Ridge right now. I got maybe 3 miles of snow left. This ridge is supposed to be sketchy, but I haven't seen it yet. It's been taking me through the trees. May get worse later down the road. We'll see. It's 6 o'clock. I've got about an hour of daylight left to cover about 2 miles of this. So hopefully it'll get better than it was, because it took me about an hour to cover a mile on the last section. Whew. Almost there. I think I got probably another mile to get to snow-free stuff though, but this was my goal. So that's Black Mountain Truck Trail. You can walk up that from Idlewild and skip all that nastiness back there. And this is where the PCT goes. So looks like a little more snow than I thought. So got some walking to do before I find a campsite. I don't think I've ever seen a sunset from above the clouds before. Whew, that was a long day. 16 miles, probably 99.999% was in snow. There were just a few like 10-foot patches of trail that appeared now and again. Finally found a dry campsite at 191.4. Kind of wanted to go a little farther, but my phone was down to 1%. It was dark and I didn't want to try to navigate without it. So decent spot, and I am whooped. All right, thanks for watching.